Hello, everybody, and welcome to Magical Monday. I'm Fawny D, and we'll be channeling messages through the cards. Um, I haven't been on here for about a week. I've been going through my own energy challenges, which all of us have. Um, and I am trying to work things out with myself. I have triggers too, so I've got some triggers going on right now, and one of them is my father. Hospice has been called in, so it's not good for that. So I have been trying to channel my father and tell him it's okay. The fishing boat's up there, grandma's there, your brother, your son's there. Go. You're ready. You've had a beautiful, long, long life. My father was an amazing man and could tell you so many stories. I'm just going to remember those good stories. So that's kind of what's going on in Fawny D's life. Just had a few energy vampires going on and some other stuff, which they want to stop me. I mean, they want to stop any of us that are seeing things in our dreams and feeling things and changing things and doing things because they want to keep us at a low negative vibration. And I've been trying to bring my vibration up because it has been kind of low and negative. Um, and we all go through those. I'm not perfect, folks. I come on here and I give it my all, but that doesn't mean I'm not going through something. So I know people are going through things out there, and you know what? Just try to release it. Just try. It's hard, but do some meditation. I've been doing a lot of meditation, and it'll help you. It's helping me not to cry every 3 minutes. But I think I look at it as a learning lesson. My father was a great teacher. He taught us so many things about life that other people never even dreamed of. But we've all had that, and we just have to realize that I am my father's daughter and I will make him proud. Whatever I do, whatever age I am, I love my mother and father very much, and I will make them proud at whatever I do. So we have to kind of look at that. We have to kind of take a negative and try to look at the positive, and that's what I am been doing. Had a lot of things happen, so just bear with me. We've got a very rough reading to an extent. It's kind of like a wake up call reading for all of us. So I hope everybody's staying safe out there. There's a lot of changes going on. Our freedom is being given back to us and we don't know how to handle it. So we've never been free like that. But it's going to happen and it's going to happen soon. The card that we got with the messenger card is be patient. Now is not the time to act. Now is the time to show self restraint, to be patient and wait. Do not let your desire for an outcome or resolution result in one that is not to your liking because you forced it to manifest before it was time. Trust that all will be as it is meant to be when it is meant to be. Be still, let go of all frustration and impatience, and remember that good things come to those who wait. That is interesting because I have been very patient and I have been using my patience to get through a lot of things. And I have been using my masculine to give me the strength to do this. Not saying feminine is not strength, not that. But to me, it's got to be right now, not my feminine, or I would be crying every minute. It has to be my masculine where I can take this and I've got to learn from this. Embrace the masculine. Within ourselves, there are two aspects to our nature, the masculine and the feminine. Here in the present, you need to embrace the masculine aspect of your nature and let it guide your steps. Now is time to be assertive, to act with authority and stand up for both yourself and your truths. Fight for what you believe in. Do not allow others to tell you that you must not or cannot. But remember, whilst to allow your masculine self to be dominated, you need to temper your assertiveness and determination with gentleness and compassion. So, see, I think I've been using my masculine because I'm blocking things out to an extent, and my compassion is kind of sunk in. I kind of hid the feminine part of me because I didn't want to cry my eyes out. Do not fear the unknown. This is a great one because I've been thinking about it. My father is counting days, and he was always the strong one. Well, my mother was a very strong, determined woman too. And now it feels like I'm going into the unknown and I'm all alone. It's like I have my brother and that's it. I have an aunt, a couple cousins, but this is it. This was our family. My older brother's passed away. My mother is dementia and she doesn't even know who I am really. And my father is ready to go. So this is me at this point, and I'm sure this is a lot of people because I do sometimes fear the unknown. I think, huh, if I need somebody who's there, I'm not going to talk a lot because then I might cry, might use my feminine. So we're going to get through this reading without me bawling my eyes out. The ugly is not always bad and evil, and the beautiful not always good and just. Failure is not predetermined, nor is it a given that others laugh at you if you choose to follow your dreams. It is your fear of the unknown that makes you question and judge. Do not let another experience be the truth that guides you. Do not allow your fear of an unknown outcome to hold you prisoner. Your own experience could be both different and rewarding. Live. That's easier said at this point than done. I mean, your family's leaving you and you feel unknown and alone. Hmm. But I will get through it. Life will be better someday. Soon. Okay. And yeah, I have this feeling that a lot of my energy for the collective came out in those cards. But I would assume the collective needed these messages because it wouldn't be just me that I'm doing them for. It would be the collective. We got a number 18, which is a 9. Lost in the ruins of the past, find the way to the present moment and live. There's another one, and live. Do not fear the unknown and live. Lost in the past with my father and my mother and my brother. Yeah, kind of the ruins. So, yeah, and I always talk about this. If you're new to this channel, I always talk about this card when it comes out because this card reminds me of In Dreams May Come, Robin Williams, and his wife gave up. She lost her family, her husband, everything. She gave up. She was trapped in the past. She was trapped in a place like this that was dirty and nobody was there and she was scared. So we have to stay out of this lost in the past. Right now, I have to think about the past, but we don't want to get lost in it because right now, my now time is really hard. So I tend to go in the past and remember the beautiful things because when I wake up, it's kind of ugly right now. It's not really ugly, it's just kind of sad. You are a traveler on the path of your soul. You will need all your courage as you are following the light of your heart into an uncertain future. However, you have drawn this card, and it is very important sign. You have become lost in the ruins of the past, in the ruins that are the remnants of an unpleasant or difficult time. You have looked back too often instead of looking forward, at times trapped in a place in the past that should have long since ceased to exert power over your life. Even if you could go back, you would find yourself alone and deserted. You would not meet anyone there. So, what is it that you seek in these silent ruins that can offer you only loneliness and bitterness? They symbolize all your missed opportunities, but you cannot restore them now. They are what they are. If you linger there, you will begin to see your life as a meaningless and sad when it is really a wonderful and magical adventure. Feel the light of your heart and hear the sound of your soul. Continue on your path to discover endless possibilities. new adventures, new encounters, and even a new love. If you live tenuously in the light portal of the present, your eyes firmly fixed on the future, you will be on the path of your soul. Leave the past behind and find your way back to the present. It is now important to forgive yourself and continue your journey. Your gaze fixed firmly ahead. Your helpers for the next 21 days is the power animal is the mouse. The herbal essence is lemon. The healing crystal is black opal, and the number is 9. We know that 9 goes into itself. 9 is the last number. It always repeats itself. Reveal that you have something new to learn. Be open, receptive, and curious enough to seek it out. You will then find wisdom in an unconditional, deep healing love. Number 9 will always help reach a point of completion so that you can turn your attention to the mysteries of the unknown and the new. The energy field is indestructible without being inflexible. Number 9 always remains true to itself. 9 plus 9 equals 18, whose digits add up to 9. So any way you figure 9, it will add up to 9. Accept the powers offered to you in order to achieve perfection. This number is fulfillment and completion, but also a beginning and an end. It does feel like it was a beginning and an end through this whole thing. We're still in the beginning, kind of, but actually, we're really in the end. That's what it seems like to me, the beginning. I guess what the lost and the ruins of the past to me is saying that don't play in the past too long if it's not happy memories. And a lot of us, it seems like that's all we think about are the unhappy memories versus the happy memories. It drowns them out. And we have to keep I think, in my opinion, I try to release the bad of the past. I don't want it in my now space. So anything that comes into my view that I feel is detrimental to me, I avoid it completely. I don't even want it in my energy. If it's not good energy and it doesn't feel good, don't go there. 23, the magic spirit oracle. Give to the mind and it gives back. Oh, she's got flowers over her. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't take me off for her picture of almost nudity. Inspire the mind, inspiration, mood, cycles. Uh, I take care of my mind, and it takes care of me. Scientists, mental clarity, brain power, and peace. If we want to brighten the mind, then we must feed it light. The mind is a delicate and ironically powerful center. It is fragile in the sense that it wants its owner to be gentle and kind to its needs. Only then can it be an awakened and healthy force. To be strong, the mind must be nourished in ways that best suits it. Not every mind has the same mental appetite. It must be treated with respect. We cannot expect so much from it when we are not giving it something of equal value in return. The mind card is about mental health, creative stimulation, inspiration, and thoughtfulness. The artist must create. The scientist must experiment. The monk must meditate. The shaman must chant. The explorer must explore. We all have pieces of these archetypes within us. There is a cycle of inspiration. We must nurture them, or the artist will get depressed. The scientist goes stark raving mad. The monk loses their peace. The shaman's connection with spirit weakens, and so on. Without the proper nutrients, they cannot flow or grow. Pulling the mind card can also be a positive omen that a brighter, creative, and intelligent time is coming, that you have been putting all this into practice. Oh my God, I hope so. And mind is sparkling and brimming with mental growth, new ideas, and clarity. This can be a time of stimulating momentum and strokes of brilliance in your life. Take advantage of it and continue to treat your mind with the utmost respect and love. What works for your unique mind? What would you like more of from it? And what will you feed your mind for more of it? Write down a list to remember and stick to it. Ask yourself what helps and what hinders. You may already know, but haven't been practicing upon it and acting upon it. Or you may want to experiment more. The mind holds so much potential if we learn what's best for it. I completely agree. When somebody brings something into my now space and it pisses me off or aggravates me, I walk away from it. I can't give it any of my energy and I won't. Sometimes I give a little bit of the energy and then I got to walk away because it's stupid, ridiculous, and I want nothing to do with it. So we've got Rama, yeah, we've got Rama and Sita, holy union, soulmate connection, romantic opportunity. Rama and Sita are Hindu personifications of the divine masculine and feminine and are associated with the Festival of Lights. Diwali embodiments of divine love and holy union. This magical couple can be invoked for help with overcoming challenges in relationships and can help those who are ready to open their heart to love. Rama and Sita are the central figures in the Indian epic, the Ramayana. In short, the story is that Rama and Sita were royal rulers and great demon lured Sita away by impersonating a wounded animal and an injured beggar. In the forest, as Sita had great compassion, she fell into the trap and was stolen away from her one true love. On his quest to find her, Rama led an army of monkey warriors, including its leader, Hanuman, into a battle between good and evil. They prevailed, and the royal couple were reunited once more. Their coming together is still celebrated today. You have a great opportunity to experience heart healing at this time. In the past, you may have found it difficult to trust and let yourself be loved, and therefore had many barriers up that stopped others from seeing your true worth. Now you find yourself in an empowered position where you are open to the possibility of partnership. This is very exciting. You know for a fact that you don't need anyone else to validate you or complete you. And this doesn't mean that it wouldn't be nice to be cherished and supported. If you aren't in a relationship, the universe is presenting opportunities for you to experience a real soul to soul connection. This can only happen, though, if you stop letting past experiences cloud your judgment in the present. If you are already in a relationship, know that there is an opportunity to take it further at this time. Either way, enjoy the experience. Well, I guess that says it all. You're either in a relationship that you're going to work on, or you're not in a relationship and you're going to find something. So I don't know. I wouldn't get involved in any relationship right now. Okay, we've got in the Starseed Oracle, we got I Remember, Soul Plan, the Fated Life versus the Destiny Life. And she's looking in a portal pool of water. And the other day, I remember we seen the girl that was bound and it was reversed and she was looking down into the water. And there was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now. When you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life, we live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fate life is the one that we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroad, at a moment when you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you are confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it through it, it's all part of the larger plan. What are you being called to do? Surrender to your soul path. Write that down, put a question mark. Think about it, meditate on it. Because we all have a soul path. Did we lose our way? Did we meet the right person? Are we with the right surroundings? We don't know. That's a whole problem. We can feel like it's really great, but then you've got another person and they don't feel it's that great. So is it your life path, together life path, their life path? What is it? I don't know. You got to ask yourself all these different questions. It's like, and I guess this answers the question. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. I don't think people realize they're supposed to go within to seek answers. They always pray to the sky. And I don't think that is where our answers are. But I could be wrong. I'm not perfectly right, but I just feel better when it's within me. It's normal to look to the external world for answers and guidance. What's revolutionary is turning your gaze inward. You're being called to source your guidance from within, to study the terrain of your inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul. The more time you spend connecting with your soul, the deeper the connection will become. The challenge for empaths is staying connected with cutting off from the world. The best way to do this is to develop a daily practice that helps you to keep checking in, to draw on the wisdom within, and let that be the authority in your life. If this card appears, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice, to get in the habit of turning your gaze within, getting centered for the day before consuming anything from the outside world, to start from a feeling of a homeness and throughout each day to find simple ways to keep coming home. This doesn't mean switching off from the realities of today's world. We need as many conscious people as possible living with their eyes wide open. Rather, it's a call to start your day from a place of connectedness, grace, and devotion. So when you go out into the world and when you let the world in, you do it from an unshakable state of being, a state where you draw your strength, authority, and guidance from a place deep, deep within. How are you being called to turn your gaze within? So the remember card, I remember Peter Pan. I remember. We've got to remember. And because you know what? When we remember, all paths lead home. Home is within your heart. It is the Christ consciousness within your heart. Source is your crown. Mother is at your feet. So grounding, Sky Father, heart, Christ consciousness, you got it all right there. We just got to connect to it. And in the 3D world, it's really hard to connect with those. To go within and not let the 3D world put a spin on it. Because the 3D world does not comprehend that yet. And like Mr. T said, we're going back to common sense. And I think when they get out of their mode of I know everything and blue, 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 and you know nothing, then it'll happen. It'll be that eureka moment where, holy shit, I was wrong. We all are. We all were. Not no more. Okay. The gateway of light activation, Stargate heart chakra, open, unlock generosity. The heart chakra is our connection to love and generosity. When opened, it can take us on a powerful expedition to experience love. In Sanskrit, it is known as anatta, which means unstruck or even unbroken. Reveal that even though we may feel our heart is broken, our true spiritual heart is always whole. The heart chakra governs all aspects of our heart, including relationships, what lights us up, and of course, our self-worth. I you have to be careful with the self-worth because you have a lot of people trying to critique you. They don't work on themselves. They want to critique you because they want to look at you and think you're beautiful. But when they look at themselves, they don't give a shit. So you know what? You got to really get the heart gate going. The heart gate is a very big thing. This gateway transports us to an emerald city, the temple of our heart. This sacred space within is a place of wonder and love. Here we are reminded of the sacred we hold within and are encouraged to know that although it's like a hidden treasure, this beauty deserves to be seen and enjoyed by the outer world. In the gateway image, there is a path to the Emerald City, but it is a path less traveled. This can represent many years of denying our self-worth and also moments during many times when we've pushed love away. But now we are moving closer to the love we are. Your heart space is sacred space deep within you. For some time, you have protected it with psychic shields that have not only stopped you from being hurt, but also stopped you from feeling love. This gateway appearing shows that you have finally dropped these shields and are ready to experience love. Universal wisdom wants you to know that this is your divine right. You are a highly empathetic and generous soul who has so much to give, and you are being called forth to reveal a deeper and more vulnerable aspect of your being. Divine light begin being surrounded you, holding you, and encouraging you to relax. All the restrictions and blockages of your heart space have now been removed. The worst is behind you, and the world needs you. Yeah, the worst is behind me, and I've got to get through my father, and that'll probably be the next worst behind. Sword of Light. Divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. This was one of the first cards I pulled in the Gateway of Light activation when I got it. The Sword of Light is the main energetic tool of Archangel Michael, the Prince of Heaven. His name means he who is like God, and he is considered Source's right-hand man. He is the archangel who has chosen to guide and protect all light workers. Anyone who is feeling called to make a difference on this planet can be guided and supported by him. The Sword of Light has been pictured as both a spear of light and a lightning bolt. Either way, it's a powerful symbol of truth and spiritual power. Even though it is carried by Michael, it can be invoked by all of those working in the light to help them remove beyond blockages and limitations and to sever cords of fear. Joan of Arc invoked it when she was going into battle. When this card comes to you, know that it is confirmation that you are walking the path of light and responding to pre-incarnation soul contracts to make a difference on the planet. It's also a sign that you have the opportunity to sever connections to fear and limitations. Energetic cords bind us to situations, loved ones, and even the past. But you are in transition now and detaching from unnecessary connections and drama and fears. Know that there will be a great severing at this time, and you might feel isolated for a moment as you will be reconfiguring your circle of trust and moving into a life that is greater aligned with your highest good. Know that the cords that bind you to loved ones and soul family will remain intact. It's only the lower vibrational connections that are being severed. Expect breakthroughs and doors of opportunity opening for you. If you feel strongly connected to Archangel Michael, Know that his energy is with you now. That is a very positive card to take away from. And we always want our angels around. Okay, now we're going to get into the reading, and we've got one more of the golden future. Now, the reading was very interesting. Okay, we got a number 47, which is a sacred pool. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs embodied the love you wish to see in the world. When you look into the mirror, do you like what you see? This card asks that you focus on self-love and self-esteem. Reflect by the sacred pool and be at peace with yourself. A detached self-examination made with rigorous honesty is called For Now. Can you see how far you've come and how magical your life is? Do you notice the spark of the divine shining through your eyes? When you're conscious that you're embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to act in good conscience when you'll reap greatest reward. Your unique service to the world is not only needed but celebrated. See the love within you and know that if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. Be at peace. You are beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and success shall be yours, whatever you're inquired. That is a beautiful card. And that is an 11, which is a master number. And right now, that is what I feel like. I'm in a pool floating and trying to release everything that's going on in my crazy world. But aren't we all? Okay, then we got the Eight of Swords, and oh boy, I just love getting swords. Oh, that was the same card I just talked about with the other day. It was upside down. Remember, she was reversed. She's looking in the pool where she's bound and blindfolded. But on the outside, she's got the bow and arrows, and she doesn't have the blindfold. She's not tied. So, trapped, restricted, victimized, helpless, powerless, imprisonment. You may act like your own worst enemy because you fear the future and resist the new. You may feel that circumstances limit you, but there are more serious limitations in your life due to the fact that you refuse to see the real state of affairs. The most important step is releasing limiting beliefs, especially feeling of victimization of the hands of another or a sense of unworthiness due to recent events. Remember, the situation is not as bad as you may imagine. Um, yeah, it was interesting the other day when the pool was upside down and she was looking into it. It was kind of cool. It was kind of like she was looking at her life through the mirror, and she's bound and she doesn't realize it in her life. She's got the bow and arrow. She's going on hunting. So yeah, that was kind of a neat card to come up with the pool. So is that what, go to the water? I always feel calm when we're at the water. The water, like a fire. A fire calms me. The other day I was at my friend's house and I was watching she got a lava lamp like mine, and I got mesmerized by it. We get mesmerized by things like that all the time. But right here, you have the water where she's floating, and here she's floating in water and bound. Here, she looks like she's meditating. So I think she's releasing right here in the meditation with the pool, sacred pool. She's releasing this feeling of being trapped. And we got a 50. Oh, and today is 127 of 2025, which is a 19, which goes down to a 10, which goes down to a 1. And this is a new time. I will read the 1. Let me see, where's the 1? We pretty much know what the 1 is. I don't think, did I even read that? Okay. 1. 1 tells you that you are a magical priestess and a magician, and that now and then you require solitude in order to fully develop the capabilities within you. You need solitude now, in particular, in order to receive your visions from a spiritual teacher. Clearly and without compromise, number one promises success and a deep bond of the heart. It will teach you to feel the moment of creation within you and to perceive yourself as a spiritual being. Its energy field, thank you, is the beginning, the absolute being, the sun of all possibilities, and the pure spirit of the subtle world. When the world gets to us, we have to kind of go within. Right now, everybody is crazy in this world because we've all been through a nightmare for the last 4 years or longer. So we just gotta kind of step back, take a few breaths, release it, and say, "Phew." Okay, now we got a number 51, which is 6, moonlight. Your intuition always allows you to see beyond the mundane, logical, and analytical. Follow it. Moonlight beckons, come and trust your intuition to lead you into places that may not seem logical. Your hunches will be right on target. Resist second guessing yourself. For your alternative reception is especially sharp right now. You can see beyond the surface of things and truly read between the lines. This is a good time to use oracle cards or other systems of divination to gain information. Remember that the language of intuition is a symbolic one. It comes subtly through a hunch, a tingling, a clear sound, or an animal or object crossing your path. Spirit is sending you messages to help you now. Success is yours if you follow the signs. Yeah, I have been feeling that Spirit is sending signs. And here's the owl up here. The owl is overseeing the wisdom. She's got her back to us, but she's not looking at the light. And sometimes we don't look up at the light. We look down at the darkness in our lives. And then we got a number 26. And this feels like Florida right now. Deep freeze. We didn't get much snow the other day. We got like I seen up on our neighbor's solar panels like ice. And we everything froze, but we didn't get snow now. Tally got hammered with snow. Up towards the North Panama City and that there was snow on the beaches. I think people were taking pictures of that. That just doesn't feel normal for Florida. And then the alligators were like frozen in there, but their little nose was like, well, their big nose, their boat nose was sticking out of the ice so they can breathe. So they were kind of like frozen. I know the frogs and lizards, I haven't seen them, so they're in hibernation. Everything went in hibernation. We're in Florida, the tropics, and we got snow. It was scary. Kids were out playing in it. A friend of mine said, "Oh, I love cold." Well, 2 days after it snowed, she said, I don't like this. It could go away." Deep freeze. Everything has its season. Now is the time to put actively on hold while you rest. The cold winter beckons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not ready yet to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Fargo ambitious activity. Forego it. A pregnant pause allows ideas to gesture, projects to shift, and change in relationship to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not needing to. This is also a time to put all your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self care is the most important activity now. So reflect, read a good book, or get a message, rest and dream. I've been really tired lately. My husband's like, "You've been taking a nap." No, I've been meditating, but I just tell him to go lay down. But I think I was trying to communicate with my father actually, and I feel that I did a few times. And my father did not want to be hooked up on tubes. There's no possible way, neither do I. So he's not eating. He hasn't eaten in a week. And we're just waiting. And it's a hard wait. because I don't want to have to wait for someone to pass at all. So we got a three of wands with that, and that is reversed. This is a divine message. Restriction, limitations, lack of progress, obstacles, delays, frustration. The reversed three of wands indicates that you may have embarked on personal journeys or developed but have not received the achievements that you were hoping for. The reverse three of wands can also mean that you need to take some time to plan your future, especially if you have not started on your long-term goals or have become overwhelmed by the tasks that you face now or will have to face soon. Yes, this is upside down, and he's looking at, he's got a little fire. He's got his camera, which reminds me of me because I always have my camera in my hand. And lately I just haven't been wanting to take pictures. And I love pictures because I love God's creative canvas. His art is beauty. And the gray skies, no sun, that everything's heavy right. But yeah, and I love coffee. So that's kind and the other coffee is empty. So that tells you I don't know what you're going through, but this is kind of what I'm going through. Like looking back at the waterfall and the water of the beautiful lake where my dad lived across and fished on, and the camera that I should have took more pictures with, and the coffee that I was drinking and thinking about it. That's the story of that you could be going through the same thing as me. We're all connected. I mean, and I feel so much heavy energy right now because so many of us really don't know what the hell is going on in the outside world around us. We just see glimpses and bits of it. But what we're not seeing is we're seeing the new world come in, the golden age. We've never had the golden age, so we really don't know what it's like. But it is our time to shine. Now into the unknown, and we had got that in the other card too, and that she is upside down into the unknown. She's got the bluebird beside her, the key in her hand, the gold right there, the flowers, and she is blindfolded. Another blindfolded one. But this is reversed and it's a seven. Into the unknown, trust and all will be revealed. Inexperience plus overconfidence can lead you into a dangerous situation for which you are unprepared. Always remember that wisdom comes from experience. Keep an open mind and enter this part of your journey with alert eyes. Don't assume you know this territory. You may not recognize what is hidden by camouflage. This is not a time for careless adventure. Yeah, it isn't a time right now for careless adventure because we've got a lot of things going on out there in 3D world, and we got to really be careful with that. Okay, now we got the Four of Swords. And the other one had the bow and arrow too. They're fire signs, the hunter. Rest, relaxation, peace, sanctuary, recuperation, self-protection, rejuvenation. The Four of Swords represents reflection, solitude, and if the asker has recently been going through a period of hard work, this card indicates that they need time for rest and self-care. The asker is encouraged to take a moment to step back from their daily life by planning a weekend getaway, doing a social media detox, or incorporating mindfulness practice into their routine. Yeah, something is telling us with these cards. Okay, she's blindfolded. Then you've got this one. Deep freeze, you got this one. I mean, it's oh, okay. Deep freeze was the number 7. This was deep freeze. I read them wrong, I think. No. Okay, yeah, and okay. I got it. I'm okay. Losing my mind there for a minute, but I'm okay. Okay, so we read the Four of Swords. We realize there's the hunter, the fire, and things are upside down. And we had another card that just popped out, and it's a 20, it's a 2, and it's judgment. Self-evaluation, awakening, renewal, purpose, reflection, reckoning. Hang on, burning my you you now have a clearer idea of what you need to change and how you need to be true to yourself and your needs. This can mean making small changes to your daily life. The judgment card reminds us that we all will be faced with choices that all have an astounding effect on our entire life. The card brings to mind moments where actions you have taken have changed the course of your path of good. Uh, I felt that reading very hard. Really did. We've got one more card, and it's the Golden Future. And this is a 41, which is a 5, which is change, the super love portal. Accept yourself as a cosmic being. And I love this card. Look at all the beauty, the butterflies, the light at the heart space, the energy around the crown, the eagle flying, perception, the hummingbird, which are very protective, and the stream of water and the gold surrounding him. I mean, what a beautiful card. I don't think we've ever got this card. The entire universe is ascending, and by 2032, the heart center of Earth will have connected to the heart center of all planets. They will all communicate, exchange love, and information. When this happens, a surge of higher love will flow around the entire cosmos, and this will profoundly affect everyone on the planet. This will activate a special high frequency portal in the mountains of China. This awesome portal holds pure white source love, which will pour out and bathe us all in wondrous divine love, such as we have never before experienced. It will massively impact every one of us. When heart center connect, a great flow of love is generated. Choosing this cosmic card suggests that you are a being of the universe who has incarnated especially to help our planet ascend. You are invited to invoke the great pure white archangel Batiel, who oversees the flow of the cosmos and ensures that everything moves in harmony and according to divine timing. Ask him to hold you in a vortex of his shimmering white light. State your intention to help Earth's heart to connect to the heart center of all the planets. In this universe, known and unknown, focus on your heart chakra and sense it opens and expands until a ray of white light streams through it. Visualize the light from your heart beaming out to all the planets. When you have finished, pause for a moment, then breathe in the glorious love held in the center of the planets. Absolutely know that you are blessed as a cosmic being. You participate, your participation will trigger your own higher heart chakra to expand and will help to open the super love portal in China. That's the Shangri-La. That is the heart space. That is the eureka moment when you are awake and in the 4D world, 5D world, out of the 3D plane of existence. So, okay, I'm glad to be back. I really missed you guys. Right now my life is kind of up and down, up and down. So I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to hang on to things. I'm trying to be positive. And, when you go through things like this, it's kind of hard. But I got a new necklace from a friend, my best friend, for Christmas. It's beautiful. I finally put it on today. So kind of been bumming it. I've been doing things, a lot of things, and just bumming around a little bit. Now it's time to wake back up and get back out there and feel good again for a while. So, I love everybody. And if you like what I'm doing, give me a likey, give me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And may every step in your journey be magical. You know what? Just be you. You is you.